There have been hundreds of wars throughout history, and the most well-known war is World War II. In fact, it has been rated the deadliest war throughout history, with some serious after effects. Now what exactly did these after effects lead to? Well, in a nutshell, the Cold War. So how did World War II cause the Cold War, or more importantly, who's to blame for it? To answer that, let's time travel back to 1947. The Cold War started a few years after the surrender of Nazi Germany. During the time, the United States was having ideological conflict with the Soviet Union. The United States also feared the spread of communism, known as the Red Scare. A big part of the Red Scare was McCarthyism, which is the concept of falsely accusing people of being pro-communist. These suspects were questioned by the House Un-American Activities Committee, or the HUAC. Many people pleaded the Fifth. However, this was interpreted as a sign of guilt. Those who refused to answer the questions were thrown in jail and lost their jobs. Another part of the war was the arms race. The arms race started in 1949, when the Soviets successfully dropped an atomic bomb. As a defensive response, the US constructed a much more powerful explosive, the hydrogen bomb. During this time, America was at the edge of a nuclear war. However, none took place. Now that nuclear weapons were being built, American citizens had to learn safety precautions. These were taught through newspapers and television, such as Bert the Turtle. The space race. This was such a long war, the conflict went to the moon and back. Literally. In 1957, the Soviets launched the first ever satellite, Sputnik. Almost a year later, America launched its first satellite, Explorer 1. And in 1961, the Soviets put the first man in space. That very same year, President John F. Kennedy challenged America to send a man to the moon by the end of the decade. By 1969, the rocket was built, and the Apollo 11 mission was a success. The space race ended that year when Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. So the big question is, who's responsible for starting all these events? The answer? The communist power crave drove the Soviets into a long-lasting competitive war.